Right now, the nonprofit group called Rocky Mountain Human Services is holding a public forum to explain to clients how $1 million ended up being spent on the agency's employees and not on services to people in need. We're talking about $1 million that should have gone to help developmentally disabled patients. Denver 7 reporter Brendaliss Gonzalez has been digging through an audit of the agency's expenses. What'd you find out here, Brendaliss?
And here's the report. It's more than 60 pages long, and it shows how administrators here misuse some of your tax dollars, spending on things like personal internet accounts, even Costco memberships.
I don't know how one would justify it.
$1.8 million meant to help serve people in Denver with developmental disabilities, instead spent on employees' personal expenses. But perhaps the most surprising part:
I think the almost reckless way that they were spending money.
the money came from Denver's property tax revenue, granted to Rocky Mountain Human Services to help serve people specifically in Denver. Instead, an audit reveals some of it was spent on employee memberships to Costco and personal internet accounts, among other things.
Office space in Colorado Springs. They were, doing work in the Pacific Northwest that really went way beyond the city and county of Denver residents that deserve this kind of money.
Also on the audit, the executive director's yearly salary of nearly $500,000 a year, twice as much as the next highest paid director of a similar nonprofit.
We regret that there was some misspending of taxpayer funds.
Sherry Rapinski now serves as the nonprofit's interim executive director. She won't say much on why it took an audit to make changes.
We eliminated those expenses that were not necessary.
Administrators for the nonprofit are set to renegotiate their contract with the Denver Department of Human Services on January 1st.
I think it's clear that, funds that could have been spent on the people in the program were not spent on people in the program.
The city auditor says that the board of directors here should have noticed. They should have kept more attention to how the money here was being spent, but he doesn't just blame them. He also says that the Denver Department of Human Services should have paid closely on how your tax dollars are being spent as well. Reporting live, Brendaliss Gonzalez, Denver 7.